from Hidden Gem, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to start a conversation with somebody online. You're online dating, you've been searching, and you find a guy or a girl that you're interested in and you want to start a conversation, but you struggle with how to do that. You find this person and then you click send email and then you stare at a blank page for 30 minutes. It's like no idea what to do. I want to share with you my thoughts on how to conquer that blank screen. First, I want to share with you some things not to do. The first thing is, don't just say, "Hi, what's up? How's it going?" Or, "Ew, text me." No joke, there was once a guy who sent me that as a message. It was like Match.com, and I got this email, and all it said was "text me" and his phone number. I'm like, what? First of all, ew, creepy, no. Second of all, if I did text him, how does he know which girl's texting him back? How does he know it's me? Because I'm sure he sent out more than one of those messages. Yeah, don't do that. Don't be creepy. And yeah, don't be boring. So hi, how are you, what's up is not gonna take the conversation anywhere. I mean, when you say hey to your friends, what's their response to you? Hey. So you want to avoid that. You want to try to get the juices flowing. You want to try to get information out of the person. And you're not going to accomplish that by just saying hi. On the flip side, don't share your whole life story. Just like your online dating profile isn't supposed to be your whole life story, neither is your initial message. I don't need to know everything you've been doing since birth to now. As we start getting to know each other, all of those stories will come out. You don't have to share it like right off the bat. My third tip is, do not create a standard message and copy and paste that into every message box to every person that you want to reach out to. You may think that they can't tell, but they can. And the reason for that is the message is going to be so generic and so impersonal. I am always going to know because it's impersonal, it's unreflective, and it's gonna be generic. Because if you're being reflective of somebody's profile, you can't send the same message to more than one person because what I wrote in my profile is different than what another girl wrote in her profile. So I'm gonna be able to tell. I'm gonna be able to tell that you put no real genuine thought into, wanting to talk to me, as opposed to playing the numbers game and sending out the message to everybody that you possibly can and see who bites. The next thing is, don't ask questions like, "So what do you like to do for fun?" Hopefully, if the person that you're writing to put any, effort and thought into their profile, you'll already know that answer. And especially if you ask that and they did say that in their profile, the first thing they're gonna think is, this person didn't read my profile. Because if they did, they'd already know that. And the other thing is no matter what the answer is, it can still kind of fall flat. Even if you are, you're reaching out to somebody and you're like, "Hey, so what do you like to do for fun?" "I like to skydive." And then that's their answer. Like, "I like to skydive." Stop. Like, okay, where is that going? How does that really get a conversation going? So it seems like an okay thing to ask and a natural way to start a conversation, but think about the answer, because it's the answer you're really trying to go for. You're really trying to get somebody to start talking, and asking sort of like one-word answers or yes or no questions is not going to make a conversation go very far. And this is my all-time favorite do not do this ever. Whether it's in an email or on your first date, please don't ask, "How's online dating going for you?" I don't want to talk to you about my dating life. I want to talk to you about me. If you ask me that, I'm just going to wonder why you're asking that. Why are you so interested in my dating life? What's it to you? It's just going to aggravate me, and it probably aggravates a ton of people, and you might as well just play it safe and not ask that question. Like, really, that one makes my blood boil. Be genuinely interested in the person, not in their dating life. Alright, so what do you do instead then? You simply start asking them to talk about themselves. Tell me more about XYZ. I read in your profile that you love to travel. Tell me more about your favorite places to travel. I read in your profile that you love to volunteer on the weekends. Where do you volunteer? what's that like? Ask more thoughtful questions, or ask questions that engage a thoughtful answer, a thoughtful response, because that's what's going to make a conversation go. That's where connections are going to start happening. People like people who are interested in them. So if you show genuine interest in somebody else, they're most likely gonna respond. Some other things you can say. You seem to really love your job. I'd love to hear more about that. I'd love to hear what you love about your job. It sounds like you have a really big family. I bet there's never a dull moment when you guys get together. And then the same thing kind of goes when you respond to somebody also, right? So if somebody messages you and you want to respond to them, then answer whatever their question is. Tell them more about, what they want to hear about, and then also put in a question of your own. I can't tell you how many guys I just stopped talking to because I was the only one putting any effort into the conversation. I can't have a one-sided conversation. I can't talk to somebody who has absolutely no interest in really having a conversation with me. And that person probably thinks like, what the hell? She ghosted me, ew, WTF. Well, sorry, you weren't having a conversation with me, so I'm not gonna bother anymore. When you're reaching out to somebody, think about the kind of response you want from them, and that'll help you generate the question. The way to start connecting with somebody is to have conversation. And it's really hard to have conversation through email and through text message as it is. So you gotta find ways to make it more appealing, make it more interesting. I recommend getting offline as soon as possible. Now, what that is for you is, up to you. It's your choice. If you want me to give you a little bit more of a definitive kind of example, if you've been messaging, like, say it's a Tuesday afternoon and you've kind of been messaging back and forth all day long. Yeah, at the end of the day, then it's okay to say like, hey, you want to take this offline sometime. If you have like maybe one exchange a day and then a couple days goes by, yeah, then it's okay to be like, hey, do you want to take this offline? And if you are genuinely interested in the other person, be patient with their time frame. If you get a response like, no, I'd really rather just message a little bit more, then do that. Be considerate of each other and each other's comfort levels. And that will help you guys immensely. It'll make dating a whole lot easier because you're comfortable with one another. Overall, it doesn't have to be all that complicated. And the reason, I'm even talking about this topic is because it's something that people stress about so much. But it doesn't really have to be that stressful. I mean, how do you start conversations with other people in your life? If you're talking to somebody at work, or you're talking to your brother or your sister or your best friend, I mean, how do you have conversations with them? So you can start conversations the same way because at the end of the day, you're all human. So it's okay to not overcomplicate it, to make it simple, but genuine and thoughtful at the same time. You can do it. So those are my thoughts on starting conversation on online dating. Keep watching if you are interested in learning so much more about my thoughts. That's what I'm here for. Take care, guys. Have fun and happy dating. Bye.